Welcome to Learning English with Miss Shawnee. Today in Things We Find in Narratives, we will discuss point of view. Point of view can be used for everyday life. It's how you see the world and share your opinion. It is your judgment on what you see and experience. Point of view is used in art, like a painting, or in movies. Point of view is the way the author allows you to see and hear what's going on. It is the perspective in which the story is told. Today we're going to discuss point of view, or POV, as seen in narrative. First person point of view. It's the point of view of the protagonist, but not always. It can be someone like a secondary character who is taking part of the action. Just keep that in mind and to not limit yourself. Also remember that there is information that the narrator does not know, so through the first person, you won't get the whole story. It is easy to figure out if the first person is being used. They will say, I, me, and my. By the way, I'm writing this in the first person. There are two types of narrator, the reliable narrator and the unreliable narrator. With the reliable narrator, we believe him as it is the way he sees things. Don't assume that unreliable means bad guy. They can be immature, naive, or intellectually underdeveloped. Think about novels such as Lolita, Gone Girl, The Catcher in the Rye, or The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. All of these have unreliable narrators. Also note that a story can alternate between the two if done well. In second-person point of view, the author uses you and your because the author is not speaking directly to the reader. It is pretty rare, but it can be seen in a speech or lecture. If you see this in literature, it may be the author attempting to make the reader participant into the action of the story. It's pretty hard to do well because it's kind of weird to tell someone how to feel. Third-person point of view, or omniscient point of view, is that of an outsider who has access to everything, like God looking at the action. Usually this point of view has more insight into everyone's thoughts. Please be aware that the voice is that of the character and not of the author. Unless it is third-person limited. This uses the author's voice, someone outside of the story, not the character's voice, to describe the action. Think of it as a video camera being worn by a character watching the action. A good example of this is Harry Potter or Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. Third-person objective. This is like a video camera. It's not being worn by anyone. It is there describing everything that it can see. There are usually no thoughts, feelings, or insights. Shirley Jackson's The Lottery is like this. It's a story that's told this way to be more cold and distant. To review, we have two main points of view, first person and third person. First person, like most people, can be reliable or unreliable. Third person can be omniscient, all-knowing, limited to the author's way to see things, or objective, like a video camera that can't see inside your head. First person creates a sense of intimacy between the audience and the story. Third person allows the author to add much more complexity to the plot and characters. Points of views are carefully selected based on the message of the author. Why should you care about point of view anyway? Understanding who exactly is telling the story gives you insight into the speaker's motivation and information they may not know. From here you can be much more critical about the information you learn at school and in life in general.